After working on my actual game for a bit, I got a tiny bit bored and decided I wanted to do something else, so I decided to try and make a game in a day. Much like the make a game in 10 minutes video, I've been, I'm limited on time, but a day is a lot more than 10 minutes, and like you can sort of take a bit of a relax and do stuff, and it was just a bit more like chill, so I made a pretty nice game in that amount of time, and I'll walk you through it. So the first thing I did was spriting and animating. So I went on this website called itch.io, and there was this great tool that just sort of made sprites for me, which I found quite useful. So I generated my player sprite on there, and after a quick Brackeys tutorial on how to do 2D animation, I had it into the game, which was quite cool. After that, I needed a tile set for my levels, but the problem is I can't actually draw very well at all. So what I did is I went on itch.io again, and I found a tool that generates an 8x8 tile set, and so I messed around on there for a bit, and it came out with a great tile set for me. So then after importing those, I put them onto a tile map, and I could start making levels. So at this point, I was almost good to go. But there was a problem, because I'd completely forgotten to make a player controller. So after quickly throwing one of those together, I can actually get started on making levels. So I quickly threw together a few levels, and I tried to optimize the process as much as possible. So I'll walk through how I actually make levels now. So for this, because I was only doing it in a day, I needed to be able to like crank out levels pretty fast. So what I've done is I've made it essentially as fast as possible to be able to like make them. So I'll show you how I do that now. So I just sort of drag on all the like mandatory stuff, and then I will unpack a few prefabs, and then I'll go on the main tile map, and I'll go on tile planet, excellent English. And so I usually start off by making a little starting bit for the player. So I'll go like that, and I'll get a few random ones and just sort of scatter them around the area. And we'll get that, and then we go for this. So that's the starting area, and then I'll make a platform for the player to jump to. And so usually what I'll do is I'll set out a few yeah, so I'll move the portal away, and then we will go back into the tile map. Probably put in, maybe let's go for a platform, a moving one. So I'll go to project, and I'll drag in a platform, and I'll just undo that. And we'll go over here, and then so I open the platform, and I'll set that to about 8. I need to unpack this, otherwise it's going to annoy me. And then we go down here, back into the tile map, and we're gonna have a little bit for the player to walk across. And then we'll go like that. And then I suppose, I don't know if that's going to work or not, but I suppose we'll see. And when I mess up, I can just go back and rub it out. then we go across to here, do that. That should work. Yep, and then we will add another part here. Oh well, that was an accident, but I suppose I can do a nice one of these now, and I can put that in there, and then suppose I'll have a nice end bit. Usually I don't have anything here, I just have the player jumping onto it, but I think I'm going to actually do it this once. Can I move the portal? There we go. And then so I'll maximize it and I'll test it. Yeah, so that works. It's a bit awkward, but yeah. And let's get it back to level 3 because that's the default thing. Okay, nice. So then what we'll do is we're going to the detail map and we'll just sort of go over. I've got a few little things here which just add a bit of detail to it, and I'll tend to add these around the place just to make it look a bit, oh, I don't like that there, a bit more sort of worn and like, I don't know, more stuff around the place. And then we'll go for a nice chunky one in the middle there, and then at the end we'll go for all 3, why not? And it is done. Then I usually go on to the player and I'll set that to final, and then just like at the end I'll go through and just sort of make sure there's nothing up with the detail. Yeah, okay, it doesn't seem to clip or anything. Nice. It'll take me to the final level. So that's how I make a level. So now I've made all the levels, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play test it, and then I'm going to make a build of the games for you all to play, which is quite cool. And I'll upload the link to that in the description. Highly recommend you actually check it out because I'm pretty proud of this one. But with that all done, thank you for watching, and I will see you soon.